Hi everyone, so today we are continuing on with day 5 of the Spellbinders 12 Days of Stitchmas Advent Calendar. We had shorts and full tutorials of days 1 through 4, and well, let's talk about that real quick. So day 1, our little Christmas tree, and I've kind of committed myself to using the notched corner frames on pretty much all the projects, so that's why you're seeing that kind of shape repetition in the background. Day 2 with the little lights. Day 3 was this ornament here, and I knew there was another ornament in the set, so I looked for it, and that's day 9. So day 3 and 9 are in this project here, where we made a little gift box. I just love it. And then just a real quick, simple card on for day 4, which is the Noel, and just stitches up really quickly, really cute. Feels really nice with that great paper that we're using. So we have that. So we're going to do day 5 today. So initially this set was sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and links down in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links, so thanks for using those if you would like to. Yeah, it's selling out here and there, so I believe it's still available on Spellbinders site and a couple other places, but I'll have them linked to where I have my affiliate relationships. So day 5, oh yeah, the little snowflake. Okay, so snowflake, I remember when I looked at it, I thought it was interesting because it has the outer die, of course, your background die. It's just 2 dies, but this one cuts individual pieces of the edge of the snowflake and then the middle portion. So fun ways to play with that. I suppose you could just use the center and do a whole bunch of those or something like that. But let me think about what I want to do today. I'm going to grab some papers and my the add-on kit that's only available through Spellbinders, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I have a little blue glitter left from, I think, a couple days ago. It's from the Jewel Tone Glitter card stock pack. So I have this piece, and I was thinking about more silvery tones, and there's actually a pearlescent silver in the Stitch add-on kit. So I think this will be my frame, this will be my background, and then the actual snowflake I'm going to stitch on this paper, which is the lightest blue. I don't know if you can see, I mean, there's just the hint of blue on that one. So I think I'll use that for the so I think I'll use that one for the snowflake itself. I was going to call it an ornament. I don't know why. Okay, so this little guy, he sticks to my magnet here. So we'll put that over here. We're going to use that in a little bit. Yeah, so why don't I run this through? Actually, I'm going to do 2 different colors for the light blue, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's just get this going. So again, I'm going to cut this down to just a little under 4 1/8, just a little under 5 3/8, so it'll nestle behind this piece. This one I'll cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then I will use the die, which I believe I've been using this one, the 4th one in, yes, to cut that in the center, right, and just tape it and run it through, okay? I'll be right back. And also I'll have that cut down. I did grab this standard embossing folder. I can't remember exactly what the name of the pattern is. It probably came out, I know it came out this month for the September releases, but I don't remember if this was from the dancing characters, the Christmas dancing characters, or the wax seal stuff. But either way, I have this folder. I'll link in the description box. It's a standard embossing folder, so it's just, you know, your full plate if you're using the old school system, and then just one cutting plate. And let's run that guy through. So it's really nice and tight. And I have this gorgeous pattern. It just seemed very Fair Isle sweater to me. I thought that'd be fun with the cold of like the snowflake. Okay, I'll be back. I'm definitely going to do something with these cutouts. I have a lot of glittery cutouts to play with. So here, what I'm going to do is just stick this down. And the reason I make it a little bit smaller is just so when I lay this, my goodness, excuse me, just so when I lay this one over top, it's not competing with the layer underneath, like it's not going to stick out. And there we go. But you know, I get better like that. I cut this a little too high or a little low there, but maybe if I have my sentiment here, we won't notice. All right. So just gluing these guys down. So I'll glue this one down and then put the other one right on top, just like we've been doing. And I'll put some weight on top of it just to keep everything down. So this guy goes here. Again, just centered. But I know when I bring this one over, it's not competing with the one underneath, see? And just glue all around the edges, stick that down. Okay, so that's nice and flat. I just put a little weight over the top of it. We have that cool pattern back there. I was thinking about what I want to use for this one if I'm going to use it, because you can just definitely cut these pieces and then just have them kind of popped up. Yeah, that's nice on their own. And then I have the glittery still left, and I thought, oh, well, you know, honestly, I can cut that out right there, and I have the blue glitter in the background again, but, you know, just things to think about. Let me see, I have that light blue that I had pulled out. So there are also some white paper in here, one piece of white paper. So I was thinking about backing it with that. I don't know if it's gonna be too bright, but that's okay. Let's go for it. So I'm gonna run this one through this white paper. And then this one through the light blue. Now again, a bunch of pieces are gonna come out of this. So the middle piece and then all these little guys. But I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we have our background piece. If you wanna use it, you don't have to. And then this guy. It's going to have lots of pieces. Oh, I love the way that cut out. It's pretty cool. I like the way that looks. That'd be a really fun inlay. Like if you did a whole card background or something and just put a few of these. That looks really cool. Okay, so we have that guy. We'll put that over here. And then we have these guys. So clearly these are going to be stitched individually. And then this guy here. So let's get from the add-on kit. I'm going to grab, ooh, we have a light blue variegated and we have a darker blue variegated. I like the light blue, but just to bring back some of that blue from the background, maybe go with the darker one. So let's get that, and I always look for the end of this. And pull out as much as you can work with comfortably. And this whole first section of it is pretty dark blue, so I'm just gonna cut that. Now, I haven't been doing this, but I usually separate them out, but if you want to, I don't think there's too much going on here. I think we can just leave all 6 strands. Let's see how that works. It'll be bulkier. It does give a different look when you separate out 3 and 3, but if we're doing all 6, it just is thicker. And so I'm going to put them through there. Again, the add-on kit does have a, what's it called? A needle threader. So if I get one of these little guys, what I was thinking about doing is just stitching this area and then over here putting like a little rhinestone or something. So I think what I'll do is I'll just start with somewhere down here. And you can definitely put a knot. I've just been using double-sided sticky tape, or you can just hold it with your hand until, you know, it just stays because you're doing so much stitching. But like, let's say we put it there, I'll come down a little bit closer. Very slow as not to give anyone headache or anything. Alright, let's put that there. And I'll do the same thing with all the different bits. Oh. Where am I going to put this through? Hold on. It does have 6 ends to deal with, so it's a little ganglier than when you just have the 3. I'll just put this here and then I'll trim away the excess in just a bit. That's just going to help me hold it down and trim that away later. So with this one I'm going to go up here. And then back down into one of the end, or middle. And then oopsie, to the right and then to the left. You got caught on my ruler, guys. Okay, so there. And then here, again, this is a really long piece because we have so much other pieces to stitch. There's so many. And then from here, I mean, you can, I'm going to go back down to the middle. And then over here. That's just how I'm choosing to do this. And again, it is a bulkier look since I'm using all 6 strands of the thread. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to the middle, but this top middle one. And I mean, you can still stitch up. Guys. You know, I need to get a studio or something. No, I'm just kidding. My son came downstairs like saying my name, you know, like Mom. I'm like, okay. So anyway, we got that one, and then again, left and right. I think I'm not going to stitch up to the top, although you can still put a rhinestone and still look really cute, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So let's go with this one, and then back over here. And I'm just joking, I would never, well, not that I would never, it just doesn't make sense for me to go get a studio. I would love a little she shed in the back, that'd be good. Only if it has air conditioning. We'll see. Okay, there we go. So we have that, and then I'm going to stick it down back here. So let me go with a little piece of tape. Yeah, I guess it's just with the roof issues we had and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy out here right now, but that should settle down. Okay, so we have that. And I'm just going to put a little tape down here. I don't like the tape showing through where like the little openings are. I don't know how to explain it. Here, where these little guys are. Because you can see through, even though you have the thread, you can still see, like, you can see my skin down under there. So just, you know, try to clear that area, clean it up nicely, and I'll just get rid of this little bit. I think that looks pretty good. So I'll do all of them just like that. They're going to be variegated once I get there. This guy, I have not given a lot of thought to yet. So let's see. So you can definitely go from here to here, or all the way from the center to like the larger ones, and then just from here to here. I mean, there's lots of ways to stitch this up. I don't know. What should we do? Let's see. Well, we can give it a run through and see if we like that. So if I went from here, let's say, and just did like one of these little circles and leaving some of this to be taped, I went here. Oh, that's gonna do it again. Okay, there we go. And then let's just go into the center. I'm still going around in the same fashion I would do if I was going into like that spot again. But now if I go here, I'm just kind of going straight up on those. And then back to this little middle one, but the next one, right? On the right. Nope. And then straight up. Oopsie. Let's move that out of the way. That looks cute, huh? And then the next one be from the middle all the way up, and the next one from here to here. That looks good. So I'll just keep doing that. Let me get a little, oh, look at the smallest amount of the thread. And it stayed because, again, I stitched and it just held onto it. But this is the end, and it was going to almost fall out. So let me hold that there. And I can put this whole piece. We have a nice large area back there, so if I just kind of tack that down, that would be fine. Okay, just keep my stitching, nice tension. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. We just stuck that down. And then I'm going to go back into the very center and then go back to this tall one. Now if you really look at it, there are other ways to stitch this up. I mean, I'm sure it'd be very cute if you did kind of like a round stitching, like one to the next, a little running stitch, up and down, up and down, up and down. So this is covered it in a certain way. I think I'll finish it off with the French knot since we haven't done French knots yet, and I'll show you what that looks like, and that's what we'll do. So I'm going to go in here, oopsie, pull it out of my hand, and then to the next one. I'll just keep doing that same. Now I'll go to the main center, you know, and then to the tall one, little guy, tall, and all that, and I'll be right back. So we're right down here, back to where we started. So I ended up out here. Also, I mean, if you wanted to stitch around here, right, you can also go from one to the other, and you can still do that. Even right now, I can, you know, bring it up top here, go down here, and you have to kind of go back around to get that looking right. But just something to think about. So for now, what I'm going to do is go right up the center, and since we use all 6 strands, it's a little bit covered in here, which is really good because when I come up here with my French knot, I needed the French knot to sit on top to stay there. So what you do is you come out, and I'm just kind of holding it with my other hand, and what you're wanting to do is get your needle to kind of curl around this twice at least. So like one, I'm wrapping it around. Oh, okay, hold on. So I'm starting down here, but that's one, and then wrap it around again. So you have 2 full wraps on your needle, and you're gonna bring it back down the same space. So I'm gonna bring the needle in here, and I'm gonna kind of hold on to this French knot down here, because if you let it go, it kind of does its own thing and unravels. I want it to be very controlled, especially for this, because it might slip right back through, right, since we have that big hole in the center. So I'm just pulling this thread, and I'm gonna pull it right down till it gets there, and then leave it alone. Okay? If I pulled any more, it's possible I'll just pull right through, but now we have a little French knot there that's so cute. So maybe just a little bit more, and I'm gonna tempt the fates here just a little more. There we go. How cute is that? Just a little something different. And then back here we're just going to tie this off, so I can just kind of go under some of the, oh, not that strand, but some of the strands that are here. You can see I left that one kind of loose, so I'm going to tack it down just right now. So I'm just going to go under here and clip some of that off. And since I was being very delicate with my French knot, this is kind of loose back here. I don't want that to end up in the front, so I'm going to hold both of those things down and then just glue them down. Get rid of that little weird glue that showed up out of the blue here. And that will be that piece. And next time I'll be more mindful with what's going on in the back, but I just want to hold that down so that that strand of thread doesn't push out the front in a way I don't want it. And there it is. So we have this guy, and then you're gonna have all these little guys that kind of go in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch these other guys up, and I'll be back. Got that all done. Worked up really quickly, of course. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put some of these little crystals on those parts of my little snowflake that I said I was going to do that, because now I'm going to use a hot glue gun to glue it down. So it'd be easier to just put these on now, and then just use my hot glue to stick the whole, you know, piece down. So let me see which ones I want to use. Those are really pretty, they're real big guys, but how about the next size down? That'd be nice. So on each one of these guys, I'll bring them over here closer to me. Right now I just kind of set them out to see what they look like. I'll just be placing one of the little crystals from the add-on kit on each of the little snowflake bits. So I've got those put down, and then I'm just going to bring this guy back. And I didn't really set these up in a way that like the colors flowed, it's variegated, but I just put them down just to see kind of what that would look like. And let's see what we have here. So if this guy is here, I'm assuming it has to go like that, right? Because then the other bits kind of come in there. Okay, so let me see. I need something to help me with this hot glue. Maybe an old cutting folder that I can now get rid of. Okay. So I'm going to put hot glue like in these areas just really quickly. Maybe around the center. Just around the very center, maybe a little bit here and there. I'll wipe that off there. And it goes like this, right? Something like that. Okay, I'm just going to hold that down. That worked really well. Alright, I'm going to hold that down. I'll be right back. Look how pretty. Okay, so with these guys, I'm just going to come in here and, you know, just little hot glue. Try to wipe that little end off so I don't have to clean up too much of that hot glue at the end. And place this guy like right there. That looks good. And I'll just go around and do the whole thing just like that. Let me show you what that looks like. So it just has a little white border down here and around the end, and I'll do them all that way. Finish that up. And I mean, look how pretty all those colors. I love the silver in the back, makes it really icy. I'm definitely going to pop that up, I think. So let me get some dimensionals to go behind it. And I also have my little box of sentiments here that I had kept. And I mean, literally, let it snow, right? Let's go. All right, I'll be right back. So just some dimensionals on there. So do it like that way or like this. Probably more like this, huh? Yeah, let's go with that. And before I push that down, just making sure we're pretty centered. I mean, that's not too bad. Turn that over and give it a squish. I love that French knot. It looks so cute and like fancy. The little guy. And then just in the dimensionals. Here, I grabbed these from my stash, but there are dimensionals in the add-on kit, of course. And oh, now upside down. That wouldn't be great. Let me see. Something like that. Maybe a little more this way. Yeah. Alright. And there's our card for today. Day 5. Day 4. Day 3 and 9. Day 2, day 1, and a partridge and a pear tree and all that. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll have the links in the description box. I'll have images coming up, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.